feel the winds picking up with Snyder and JT. Scopes on the turf where the next legends will be. Big college games light the sky with pride. We're breaking down every move from every side. A draft storm is coming, you can feel the rush. Sports 5 all got you covered, no need to hush. No better place to find your NFL draft prospects. Ride the whirlwind with insight you can't neglect. Player of the week spotlight steals the show. Underdog upsets make the headlines grow. We scout every snap, every breakout star. Turn raw talent into futures that soar far. Snyder's got his beer and his opinion runs loud. Check our top 25. Draft storm is here, no fear. We'll take the wheel and steer through the fiercest phrase. Fueling our draft storm with the passion we make. From campus turf to stadium roar, we separate the signal from the lore. In the swirl of rumors, we speak the truth. Tune in now, draft storm's your proof. Draft storm is coming, you can feel the rush. Sports 5 all got you covered, no need to hush. No better place to find your NFL draft prospects. Draft prospects. Ride the whirlwind with insight you can't neglect. Ride the whirlwind with insight you can't neglect.
All right, good evening. Welcome to the Draft Storm. It is Wednesday night. It's the hump day of the week. Crazy week of football, college football. It's just really picking up right now, man. Upsets galore. We might have the biggest one in about 40 years. Before we get into that, and I get my partner on here, today's episode is brought to you by Spoonwood. I'm telling you what, man. They spoil me with their beer. They have a new one out right now. It's called Middle Distance. It's a porter beer, which Snyder's got to get out there. It's a Snyder type beer. It's a dark porter, little caramel in it. And they got another one coming out that I got to go tomorrow after work. It just tapped yesterday. It's called what is the name of that beer? It is a sour beer, but it's called Creepy Hollow. It's an apple maple sour. It's like for Halloween. It's a apple puree, maple syrup, and a touch of cinnamon. So if you get a chance, get out the Spoon. I'm telling you what, they got the great 15, 16 beers. You can't go wrong with what they got out there. So go out there, Baptist Road. Now bringing in my colleague, my esteemed colleague, who he knows what it feels like to be a Pitt Panther fan for once, which is sort of nice. It's sort of nice that Pitt destroyed somebody I didn't know if they would beat or not. They should have beat them, and Penn State lost to somebody they should have beat, which we've never said that in a long time. Snyder, how are you doing? Are you over the fray that happened last weekend?
Oh, hell. What do you say? I mean, how do they go out to UCLA and get whooped on by a team that is far, far, far not as good?
Oh my, they're not even close to being as good. I mean, they were brand new coach to begin with, which I know sometimes that could backfire. You can't really look at a brand new coach and think it's going to be a rough. Sometimes that's a little bit of jolt a team can feed off of. So they had a brand new coach. But you got to give it to Nico Iamaleava. He looked everything that he was supposed to be coming from Tennessee. That was the first game you could actually say he put it together. He was our it was an easy choice. Impact HVAC Player of the Week. He was part of 5 touchdowns. He threw for 2, ran for 3, didn't make that big mistake. And I think that's for Penn State fans. That's the part you can't argue is the defense gave up 42 points. And that's the part that makes no sense.
They brought in Knowles, so these things don't happen. And how do they give up 42 to UCLA?
And it hasn't happened. I mean, it didn't happen before Knowles. I mean, when's the last time, if you can even remember? I know it's been 40 years since this happened. The top 10 team losing
No,
to an
it's
0
50
4
years.
team. Oh, 50 years
50
since
years
it
since
happened.
it's been 50 years since a top 10 team
Lost to an
lost
0
to
and
an
4.
0-4 team.
I think it's only a third time all time, if I ain't mistaken.
I
think
I didn't look that far deep into it. It was like, yeah, thanks guys.
and is this, you have talent? I mean, Danny Danny. He is phenomenal. The guy blocked a punt in the
Oh, he's
game.
good. He
He's
was all over the
everywhere,
place.
all over
Yeah.
the place. And the secondary looks so good against Oregon. What happened? Like what could have happened that just?
I think they lost it after losing to Oregon. I don't think they recovered. I just think that everyone was down. They just never came back from that game.
Franklin sort of mentioned that.
That was the game they were supposed to win to make them into the upper echelon.
Uh,
And I don't think they ever came back from losing that game yet.
and Franklin
And
mentioned that during his he mentioned that during his press conference. He said, "I don't believe our boys got over the loss to Oregon and the trip across the country." Which, I mean, I'm still a firm believer in the never schedule 3 cupcakes in a row like that. Then have a week off and then plan on
I
playing.
agree with that, but yeah, they did it. So,
and then you plan on playing Division I opponents. I don't care who they are at that point. You're playing 3 cupcakes against. I mean, you're playing against kids that aren't matched up against Penn State. They're not big enough. They're not strong enough. They're not fast enough. Then you get a week off. But they didn't play bad against Oregon. That's the part that's hard to scratch. They were in the Oregon.
Well, their offense stunk against Oregon.
Drew Aller an NFL quarterback at this point?
Put it this way: his draft stock is going into late second, early third day now. He's not a first rounder. He's not a second rounder.
No,
he's a third or fourth round guy right now.
And would you agree that most of his upside right now is just his NFL? He's the NFL body. That's like the first thing you hear about now.
He's like a 6'4", 6'5". He has a big arm. He can move some, but he hasn't won big games. And his stats in the big games have not looked good.
By the way, this is Cold Drip City from Spoonwood. They changed their coffee beans up. Not your type of beer, Schneider, but I'm gonna tell you what. I was able to sneak out there Sunday night for happy hour. They have it's called Middle Distance. It's a porter beer.
I heard you on the intro there.
And I'm gonna tell you what, man. And I'm not a big porter guy, and I tried it. It's brewed with chocolate malt, caramel malt, and Cascade from a hop farm. And then I'm hearing that the Creepy Hollow is one of their top 3 beers they've ever had. I didn't have it last time it came out.
Oh, I'd try it. I probably won't like it, but I'd try it.
It's supposed to taste like a remember them old apple candies during Halloween when you were a kid, the real sticky caramel apples that you put in your mouth, and it's supposed to taste just like that, that's a phenomenal taste if they do it right. So I'm going out there tomorrow, Schneider, at 4 to 5. I'm not saying the full 2 hours because I get too hammered.
That's a Thursday. I don't know yet. Depends when I get home.
Yeah, if you want to come out just get a middle distance, man, 5.5 porter. But to get back to what we were talking about, Penn State, are they gone? If they run the table, if they somehow beat Ohio State and run the table,
if they beat Indiana and Ohio State, they're right back in it. But do you really expect them to do that? No. So they're done.
At this time of the year,
their best record right now is going to be 8-4.
At this time of the year,
I don't see them beating Indiana. I don't see them beating Ohio State.
At this time of the year, would you have been shocked at the beginning of the year if I'd have told you that Penn State would be 3-2, Texas would be 3-2, Notre Dame would be 3-2.
I mean, Penn State and Texas were both pretty much consensus top 3 picks.
I mean, the top 3 picks have all been gone. Clemson too. I mean, Clemson was picked by a lot.
Clemson's a little later now, but they were top 5.
They were picked by a couple of people that win it all. Like that's crazy. And to get back down to last week, the Penn State game wasn't the only. It was the biggest shock by far. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But there were some really good games. Did Vanderbilt show? I thought Vanderbilt showed me they could play with big boys, and I know they let off a little bit at the end.
A little short, but That's where they're at. Alabama's shown that they've come a long way from the beginning of the season.
Rico wants his tequila.
And Miami showed that they're good.
Oh,
Carson Beck's probably the leader for the Heisman right now.
I have to agree with you that it's Beck or Dante Moore's name's popping up. But Dante Moore's actually popping up into the fact that he could be playing himself into a I know it's real early on this part, but he's playing himself into that first quarterback selected in the draft already, like that talk. Because I mean,
yeah, see, I don't see that. I don't see that for him.
I didn't see that great of a game. I thought he played really well, not turning the ball over. But I didn't see him doing anything that remarkably made me feel like he was going to be the guy. Okay, here's the guy we want to talk to. He said he was going to be a big star if he'd have won his game. Chris, I thought you guys played almost 3 full really good quarters against Alabama. He said so the UCLA win was more about the Penn State defense not showing up. Once the offense got going in the second half, they almost came back. I agree with that, but I mean, 42 points to UCLA.
We're really in the first half. Come on.
42 points to UCLA, man. And
I'm not buying any of that. Their offense is not good. It's only average. Their defense is supposed to be what carries that team, and they go whooped.
That's a good pick there as well. Marcel Reed from A&M as a Heisman guy. I agree with you. 42 points to UCLA is just uncalled for. I mean,
yes, there's no way.
If USC would have played them last week and gave up 42, I'd have been like, holy crap, where'd that come from? I mean, they had 20 points scored in the first half. Every game added up together in 4 games.
I like his pick. I like his guy there, but no one's heard of him.
Not yet. You're right. I mean, the people that follow it like us, Chris, me, and you, the two Chris's and me.
He doesn't have the name yet.
No, he doesn't got that flow out there that you're hearing about, like a Dante Moore. You're hearing about Christian Beck is a big Carson Beck. I'm sorry, Carson Beck. Who's Christian Beck? I think Christian Beck is a country singer. But but you're right. I think I wouldn't put down Mendoza yet either from Indiana because he's got some big games ahead of him.
I would. Once again, no one's heard of him. One-year wonder's not going to win the Heisman unless he puts up such unreal numbers that you just can't believe it.
I think he's in that position though. He could play some big games here on the way out. So
he's going to play. I mean, what they're playing? Indiana's playing what? Ohio State this week or Oregon? Oregon.
Who's that?
So that's.
They're playing at Oregon. At Oregon too. So I mean, Indiana wins that. I mean that could be Francisco Mendoza's coming out party. Some other games from last week. We talked about the Vandy game. I thought Vandy, like I said, played 3 good quarters. Chris is a little bitter here, but he said if the fumble was called right, they would have made it 14-0. But he could have, should have. Chris, I could play that with Pitt. Pitt should be 5-0 right now, but I can't get into that because. But they should be. I mean, they had West Virginia on the ropes. They had Louisville on the ropes.
Oh my God, get over Pitt. They're terrible.
They probably would have beat UCLA last week. But I'm just saying.
Well, they might have beat Penn State too. Who knows?
That's true too. We'll never know because Penn State would rather play the Cupcakes at the beginning of the year.
True.
One game that really, and it sort of feeds off of what we've been talking about. Texas Tech destroyed Houston at Houston. I think Texas Tech is starting to make a statement that they're legit. You agree with that, Chris Snyder?
They're a top 10, top 15 team. I don't know. I don't think they're a top 5 team, but they're definitely a top 10 type team. So I believe in them. They don't have that big win. Their best win's Utah at the top of my head.
And they've been playing this Big 12 has not let us down when it comes to the teams coming in and out. Like we said it was going to happen.
We got into that earlier in the year.
That's what
we thought this conference was going to be.
And the new team that we really didn't talk about early in the year, they look good. And their quarterback, Brandon Sorsby, he's another quarterback that looks very good in the Big 12. That's Cincinnati. They beat Iowa State 38-30.
Yeah.
They got some votes in our top 25. The Big 12 is just ridiculous. I mean, honestly, it's every week there's a different team that pops in or a different team that it's just amazing. So I did not see that. Did you see that, Schneider? Former player just donated $50 million to the Stanford football program.
I did not see that.
That's huge. I mean,
Huge? That's more than huge.
oh,
50
I mean,
mil?
he
How many
has
former? There's only one guy I can think of that could do that. Only one.
Andrew Luck.
Yes, that's the only guy I can think of to do that.
I just can't see him doing 50 million. I mean, I would think it'd be a guy that had a great football career, but yet is doing something now. 50 million from your football career. I don't know if Andrew Luck made a lot more than 50 million.
No,
I mean,
but he come from a rich family.
that's true too. He put John Elway. Not that does that mean
True.
do you think John Elway might have did it? I mean, that could be that definitely.
I mean, that is a possibility.
Yeah,
It
he's
is.
a guy that's made a ton of money since he's probably made more money from after football.
Oh yeah, Elway's made a ton of money from
But that's
quarterback to chairman of the team or whatever he was.
That's scary. That's scary for the ACC though, because I mean, Stanford's a team that the right resources for any team in these conferences is huge.
Yeah, but there's strict requirements for the sports make it tough for them.
Well, that's true too. They haven't had a reputable season in a while. I mean, they've done it in our lifetime. I've seen some good Stanford teams, but
they've been good here and there, but consistently they've never been one of those teams.
All right, guys, we're going to go to commercial and come back with this week's games. Like I said, we could have talked about them a couple games all week. Like I said, I thought Vandy played well. I thought Penn State looked crappy, which I can't say that I feel bad. Okay,
it's over.
Suck.
They stink.
But we're going to do a quick little commercial, 38 seconds. We'll be back. All right, we're back. He had a good point there. I don't know. I'd make Vandy Chris. I don't know all the ins and outs of the rules of the NIL, but he said he couldn't have done it because he's employed by Stanford. So Elway would be my choice.
I don't know that at all, so I'll take his word for it.
Yeah, Elway would be my choice as well. I mean, at this point, I couldn't really.
No, I'm going. I'm going Richard Sherman.
Oh, that's not. He's a smart man. This is actually unique, and I did hear about this, Schneider, before I came on. Breaking news out of UNC.
Oh yeah,
and me and you sort of talked about this even after that first game that we thought there's no way this guy. Yeah, he's not going to let this.
Gone.
It's sad. I mean, they're giving up. They're not even in games. I mean, the Clemson finally looked like Clemson, but they played North Carolina. That's why.
Yeah, they're getting rid of him and that 25-year-old girl he's with.
Yeah,
Bill's looking foolish. And that's a sad thing to say.
It is. I mean, a guy like that
earned all the respect in the hell for everything he's done in the NFL all these years.
One of the best coaches of all time. You're right. One of the best NFL coaches of all time. He just made a bad decision. I mean, to think that he could. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I hope that's true. I hope he does walk away and you don't hear from him again. I think it'll save his. That might save his. His legacy a little bit. This is tarnishing it for sure. It's sad because he was great. He was a great coach. I mean, it all started. I mean, his downfall started when Brady won and he couldn't win. That was like the whole start of everything.
Yeah, that's always the part of it. Yes.
This week, Snyder, we can start at the top. We got some games, man. The top two teams in the country.
Let's go.
The top two games are Big Ten teams, and they play. Ohio State plays at Illinois. We already seen Illinois get destroyed by Indiana, but they got Luke Altmaier, putting up good numbers as a quarterback. Then you got number 2 Oregon. This is the game of the week. Number 2 Oregon, playing at home against Indiana, and Indiana looks the part, man. They look like they can. It looks like this is going to be the game. This is going to be a close, I think, a hard-fought game, in my opinion. What do you think?
Oh, these games are huge. For one, Illinois, Ohio State. this is big for Illinois to show they can actually play against the big boys. Because if Ohio State train rolls them like Indiana did, goodbye Illinois.
I mean,
So
there's not much.
That's right there.
There's not much to think that they won't just because of that game. But I mean, you never know. You got to play the game. Got to play the game.
Yeah, but now the big one, which I really am interested in, is Indiana, Oregon.
Oh, that's a huge one, man.
I don't know how good Indiana is. I don't know if anyone does. But going into Eugene and playing that game in Oregon, if they come out there to win, they're a top 5 team.
Oh, there's no doubt. They'll definitely be a top 5 team. Especially there's a couple sneaky games. Also at the end of the top 5 is when Miami's off, they deserve it. They look good, and you talked about this a little bit earlier. They are legit. Miami is. They're not the thugs we thought they were. I mean, they look legit. I mean, they let
Beck looks good. That was the whole question with them. Was Beck going to look like he did 2 years ago in Georgia or 1 year ago in Georgia? He looks like 2 years ago.
And what's his name? In that game, Ruben Bain. Don't sleep on Ruben Bain in the NFL draft. That guy might be the best. Yeah. He might be the best defensive player in the country. He said the Indiana-Oregon game. If the Indiana game had been played last Saturday, I would have taken Indiana, but not after Oregon has a week off to marinate. That's a good point too. I mean, the scheduling has a lot to do with it, man. You come off a Penn State win, then they would have played Indiana, but they got that week off. I think that helps out a lot. He also said that the Indiana-Illinois game was skewed because they had 7 defensive backs out by the end of the game. I think there's a little bit more than that, though, man. You lose by 55. That means you have no depth on that team whatsoever. That's not a good sign either, though. The other game in the top 5 that I'm really interested in, and I know it's we already made fun of Penn State, which they deserve, but Texas is another one.
Texas?
Yeah, let's go to Texas now.
Is Mateer playing this week?
I do not know offhand.
I don't think he is, from anything I've seen. But if he plays, Texas is meat.
And it's at Texas.
They're the biggest. They're the first biggest disappointment. Penn State's biting their tails to be there.
Oh, they're both
of
bad.
Those teams are not good.
No, it's crazy because, like you said, we already talked about it. Clemson, Penn State, Texas. If you had to do people picking the championship, I picked Ohio State at the beginning. We picked Ohio State to win it all. So we're safe. But a lot of people had them 3 teams: Clemson, Penn State, and Texas. That was their 3 games. The 3 teams: Clemson, Texas, and Penn State. And they're not going to be anywhere. I mean, you never know. They can run the table like we talked about. He said Mateer started throwing the ball last week and has been at practice. So looks like he could be ready to go. He's trying his hardest to play. Another game in the top 25 I really like, and we're going to see if they're legit. As we saw with Vanderbilt, and I give Vanderbilt props. I think they are legit. I think they played well enough until the end of that game that you have to say any week to week they could beat anybody at this point. They gave Alabama a 3-quarter run. Missouri at home against Alabama. I want to see
if Missouri's any good. They don't have to win, but they have to show they can play.
If they do what Vanderbilt did last week, that makes the top of that SEC amazing. I mean, and I still think teams like you got Georgia at Auburn. Auburn's another weird team. They have Jackson Arnold, a quarterback.
They're not decent, but they're not there.
But they have that. There's some other really good games next week. The LSU number 13 and ours is at home. South Carolina. That's a good matchup there.
South Carolina's going to do a mean schedule here coming up.
They are. So is Vanderbilt. Actually, Vanderbilt's next 4 are really tough.
That freaking SEC is the conference. You're going to be a big boy.
Oh yeah, if you catch the wrong slope, you're in bad shape. I mean, you get 4 or 5 in a row that are just wow. Yep. How are we gonna do this? Navy's still in our top 25 thanks to TJ Chapman out there. He gives them at number 16 vote every week.
He loves that love. Okay.
They get 10 points 10 votes every week, so they're still 24. We're starting to catch up to them a little bit now though, because Louisville's right behind them at 9 votes. Not Georgia Tech. I'm sorry. The other game I was looking at.
You're only missing
10
one game yet. You're missing one game.
that's what we were talking about off the air. Arizona
Yeah.
State.
Arizona's at Utah.
Yeah, Arizona State travels to Utah, and that's one of them Big 12 matchups that
Yes.
it's up
Could
in
be a
the air,
good
man.
game.
It's like
You're going
it's
to
a
find
coin
out
flip.
who's good and who ain't. If Utah loses, I mean, they're out of it probably. But if they can knock off Arizona State, who knows?
I don't agree with that, Vandy, Chris. I know the schedules have a lot to do with it, but the Penn State played the worst schedule in P4 going into to UC. They have the worst schedule, I think, after the UCLA game. I think they're one of the worst schedules in the Power Four. So I put a little bit of stock in it, but I don't think they're fool's gold. I think they got a great running back. He's running the ball hard. Pribula, I think Pribula is showing what why kids in the portal. It's what it means to be in a portal. You're behind a Drew Aller that ain't gonna go anywhere, and you're a guy like Pribula that could go somewhere and play somewhere. I wouldn't doubt that Alabama beats them by 3 touchdowns, but I don't think that they're fool's gold, so to speak. I think that they have enough talent on both sides of the ball to make a run. But getting back to that Utah game, Snyder, you got Arizona State sort of feeding off of last year with the Scatterboo stuff and that. They're proving that they're legit. They're 4-1.
They still have their quarterback and they still got the wide receiver. So they got the big play.
Yeah, Jordan Tyson to go with Sam Levitt. Sam Levitt's Levitt and Tyson could be the best combo in the country. Even though I got to give a shout out to Julian Sayin, who made my article for Player of the Week. He didn't get the Player of the Week, but he's really starting to come on, man. Like the kid is, like you said at the beginning of the year, all he has to do is not be a bust, and they're going to be good. And he's doing it, man.
Look who he has the wide receivers. Yeah, it's like the kid at Alabama. All he has to do is not screw up.
And by the way, Ty Simpson keeps getting better and better and better. I think that kid.
He's looking good.
He's a long horse. He's another dark horse for the Heisman. I know people are gonna be like, no, but you take away, like you said, that first game against Florida State, them jitters might have got him a little bit. He's looked good ever since then. He's gotten better.
He's lit him up. He's lit people up. So
one of the teams that we don't talk about a lot here, they're off this week, so we don't have to get into their game, but Memphis. Memphis is picked by many experts to be that team that makes the playoffs as as the team that's not a Power 4 conference, and they seem to be they're 6-0. They're the only 6-0 team in our top 25. Not much to really say. I mean, they're just a team that have the schedule they can get to they have a nice little route to the playoff games. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's way too early yet to start guessing who those teams might be, because until they do the actual CFB rankings, it's hard to tell.
There's an upset special here. I don't know if I like this one. I think Iowa State's going to come off that loss.
I'm not buying that one at all.
Nah, they're going to come off that loss last week. I think they're going to be gunning for a victory.
Colorado's down. They're not good. Iowa State's still good.
They're 5-1. They lost a tough one to Cincinnati, who I think Brandon Sorsby.
They almost made the comeback. They just ran out of time.
Yeah. And I don't want to get too deep into the ACC because the ACC is garbage, but Virginia's been making a little run here lately. They just beat Louisville last week.
Better than what you thought.
Yeah, they're way better. Pick Crush BC, was shocked about that a little bit. Didn't see that coming. Vanderbilt's off. Notre Dame plays NC State, and we already talked about this earlier. Notre Dame can seriously make that run. They could make that run right now.
They have USC left. That's their bbig game. They beat USC. There's another good game this weekend. USC Michigan.
Yeah, I like that one. It's at USC.
We'll see if Michigan's worth a crap, because all they can do is run the ball. They can't throw it.
They can run the ball. Yeah, they play real good D. They gave up 10 last week, but it was to Wisconsin. If Wisconsin scores double digits, that might not be a good.
Yeah, that's a major. Fickle's going to be going soon, but still, that's a good game right there. This is one where you're going to see if Michigan's worth a crap or not, because USC, that's at USC too.
Another game I don't sleep on. I know you're not a big fan of them. I'm not a big fan of them, but Florida traveling to A&M. Florida has an up and down season. They played well a couple times. They've looked really bad a couple times, but I wouldn't sleep on Florida in this game. like you said, it's SEC football. You never know what can happen. Tennessee, Arkansas is another one that intrigues me because Tennessee almost lost to Mississippi State, which would have been huge. Arkansas can score points. Taylon Green is another
So
quarterback that you
can
don't hear much
Tennessee.
of.
Tennessee
That's
can
gonna be
score points as good as anyone else.
oh, that's true too. They're gonna put up about 50 in that game. Um, Other than that, I think we touched on most of the on our top 25, and then we did the one that Utah's 26 in ours, and they're playing the number 17 Arizona State. That could be definitely a game worth watching. So your game of the week by far, you think it's definitely Indiana, Oregon. That's the one that if you had a chance to
Last
sit
one.
down.
That's the most. I'm most curious about that. I want to see how good Indiana is. I have no idea. I mean, they crunched Illinois, which was very surprising. But still, I'd love to see it.
Yeah, that's funny. You mentioned that, Chris, Vandy, Chris. We have all three of them team. We have 2 to 3 in our top 25, and South Florida is right on the outside. That's I guess one sort of good thing. It does. I mean, one of them teams are going to get in the playoffs. That's how it works nowadays. But they're not going to do any damage once they get there. Neither any one of the three. I mean, Navy had a great week last week by a running back. I don't know if you saw the kid. I have him in my article. Reinbacher or something like he had 243 yards receiving as a running back, 8 receptions. I like the way it's set up. That way you get a team a chance. But these 3 teams have no prayer. They'll be one.
If that's the 3 teams it comes down to, they're going to change their rules real quick.
That's basically going to be it. I mean, I can't see. He's right. I mean, Memphis.
They don't want Navy, Memphis, or USF right now.
I know Memphis is seriously the odds-on favorite. I mean, you could do, the ESPN does their percentages and stuff.
And I won't be surprised there's a hidden rule in there somewhere that they can pull out of their butts. Let's say,
Blake Horvath is good, but I mean, come on, man, he's playing Temple this week. He played Air Force last week. I mean, guys putting up good numbers, man. And I know, and this is the part with Vandy Chris you got to learn about him is he feels it's your schedule. You win your schedule. It don't matter who you play. That's your schedule. But
he's the one that he believes that BYU deserved that national championship back in the 90s or 80s, whatever it was.
He's gonna say yes
because they were undefeated, but they played nobody and beat a 6-5 Michigan team in a bowl game.
And I know about that, Chris. They definitely have a date with Notre Dame coming up. I think it's going to be a bloodbath, being honest. But I mean,
Notre Dame will kill them. I mean, they do.
And this is what he said. There's his answer to you. BYU, absolutely.
They did. See, that's crap. You believe that? Then Central Florida should have been. UCF should have won the national championship.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you got to watch the college villains because Chris is a great guy, but we do go at it about the schedule. I mean, the schedule is the schedule. I mean, you're playing an SEC schedule. You're going to lose 2 games. You could still be better than the team that goes undefeated in a different conference.
That's who you play.
Definitely. So we're out of time. Big game this week. A lot of teams off again. I think it's after this week. I think we're going to see it really open up where a lot of teams have already went through their bye week. I think the whole top 25 now will have their byes pretty much in hand. So next week should be a full week of games. But don't forget, don't sleep on Oregon, Indiana. Don't sleep on Texas and Oklahoma, especially if Mateer plays. You might see the real Texas team get destroyed at Texas. Don't sleep on Missouri at Alabama just to see if Missouri is legit.
Interesting game there. That's an interesting one.
Michigan at USC, another great one. Good one to watch to see if USC is legit because USC's been putting up a lot of points. Michigan's been holding teams. And sort of my long ball game to be a good game because I think Ohio State will win by 20-something. But check out the Ohio State Illinois game. It's at Illinois, so you never know. But I still think if you gave me 20 and said put on Ohio State, I think I would take it. But hey, before we go, Vandy, Chris, thank you. He gave us a little shout out. I enjoy chatting. We enjoy it with you too, man. Good knowledge. We'll get on you about the schedule, brother. But the schedule's a big thing. You can't. I'm telling you, man. You can't compare Navy to. You can't compare an undefeated Navy team to a 2-loss Notre Dame team right now. As much as I hate Notre Dame, I'd love to tell you, but
yeah. Could you not use a different example, please?
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, real quick, he's gonna ask us one more question. I'll let you answer this, Chris, because you're a Gruden guy. You've always liked Gruden. He
Gruden
wanted
says 2 years ago.
to,
No,
he does seem to be getting. Is it me or is it? Am I here? Does it seem like he's starting to get his name more involved in stuff again? You know what I mean? Like
well, he
he
is
sort of
because
was
he just he's won his lawsuit over the NFL.
okay, and he seemed like he was really gun-shy to even get involved. Now he seems like he's just basically.
He wants back. He wants to do something. He wants his name back. He wants to coach again. I
And
don't
my,
see him going to. I don't see him going to Arkansas though.
and my point to that, Vandy Chris, is this is my opinion and what I would like to see. I would like to see him get back in the NFL. Being honest, I think the guy. I don't think he was the greatest coach in the world by no means, but he brought some fun to the NFL. He gets to the right team, like the Giants, a team like that has some young talent that maybe he can to go in. Okay, well, we knew this was going to happen before we go. We got to go, but you knew that was going to happen. It happened late. Terry, we owe you. Snyder owes you.
Yes.
Snyder, yep, he was shocked, man. Good for you,
Well.
Terry. Enjoy your one win, brother. And it was a great win, though. It was a great win. That should count as like a three pointer, but it doesn't. But all right, guys. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. We are DraftStorm, www.sportsbible.com. Once again, thank you to not thank you to him. That's not who I want. There it is, Spoonwood. We wanted to thank Spoonwood. Snyder, I will be there tomorrow at 4:00 for a quick hour of just getting my creepy hollow and getting another one of my pictures of beer to take home. So, growler. Thank you, guys. Here we go. Thank you, guys, once again.